It is so fun to see you because we have these little windows down here, at least I do, where I can see everyone really small during the intro, and everyone's adjusting their headsets. Welcome to the European Ham Radio Show, guys.
Hi.
Hi,
today,
everybody.
today is TEHRSOTA, TEHRS on the air. We're going to do Digimodes while we talk about radio, I think, and try to get every one of you in the stream. And I see we got a couple of the regulars here. We have Andy, as usual. We have Ravi. We have Renee. We have Steve. We have Marianne. Let's see who else we got. Stian and Matthias. And then we have this guy. I don't know who he is, but we'll figure that out. So FDA today, you can work us. I'll make a terrible certificate in Microsoft Word using Comic Sans and a lot of colors. The one that got the certificates last time can tell you how nice looking they were.
These are
sorry, Jeff, you're here as well.
Yeah.
Hi, Jeff.
These print certificates are best printed in like A3 and hang on your wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure they're low resolution PDFs, so they really look as good as possible. But what do you say? Which bands are you guys on? Let's start with that. I'm on 17. I'm gonna start calling right now, and we'll see what happens.
Also on 17, yeah.
Yeah. And I hear buzzing in my headphones when doing 17, so this is going to be a nice little hour.
Yeah, I'm on 13 centimeters. That's for my local Wi-Fi. It's been too hot to fix an antenna at home, and way too hot to go to a mountaintop. So I'll just be doing these sarcastic comments today. No radio.
Okay. That's fine. And I got a November 7 station, actually, as my first answer here on one CQ call. So it looks like the bands are open. Let's start with the ham radio moment of the week, though, while we start calling. And Kjetil, how about you? What's your ham radio moment of the week?
Yeah, by the way, I'm on 20 meters FT4 if anybody wants a QSO there, so I'm calling. My ham radio moment of the week, I believe, would be yesterday. I had a really nice boat trip. I activated 3 at no parks in near the cabin. Really nice. I was 5 or 6 hours out with the boat, and I found out that one of these potas actually is in the center of a small town, so it had a cafe in it and so on. Really handy. And first 2 really well. The last one, bands really tanked. And it took me, 35 minutes to get 10 in log on Digimodes. So it's really special.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, though. Even though bands were terrible, and bands have been terrible both yesterday and today. I was out both days.
Yes.
So if you combine the heat and the terrible band conditions, it's not that fun to do POTA.
Yeah, and I managed to get. I also had some fun with Charlotte's antenna to Mike 0 Lima Victor Yankees. She has a nice end-fed half-wave antenna, but it was slightly out of tune, so I tuned that up yesterday.
Yeah. Excellent.
So, yep, I think that's gonna be me.
Yeah. Jürgen, you have been doing something really exciting, as you told us backstage. Is that your ham radio moment of the week?
Yeah, indeed it is. This is the only ham radio moment of the week. So far, I was up on Oscar Echo Bravo Lima 012, POTA Alpha Tango 0308. And I did 10 gigahertz contacts with the guys in Vienna. Let me show it to you. Just turn on my iPhone camera.
I am going to do some fancy producing here, or perhaps the guy that is not doing FD8 can take over the producing.
He's on his Mac and not logged in, so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. It was on schedule. I talked to the guys in Vienna, and every third Sunday in a month, there is this activity contest on 10 gigahertz and higher frequencies. And so I used again the Quansheng, which is transmitting and receiving on 618.1 megahertz. And with the transverter, of course, you need some power here. And this tiny little antenna, I made 8 contacts on 10 gigahertz today. And I also activated the park with my old Albrecht handheld transceiver. This is the 11 meter and 10 meter and partly 12 meter radio AM FM SSB. SSB sounds very, very bad on this radio. So they told me, but I managed to do 2 contacts on 10 meters with the HT, 4 watt and a telescopic antenna. And of course, I did also some contacts with my 2 meter 70 centimeter HT. And I activated the summit and I activated the park, and it was great. It was so hot up there, and thank you for reminding me, Tobias. But it was too late. I already got a sunburn.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was seeing your photo and then I thought, oh God, half an hour and you're roasted.
Yeah. I was on the viewing platform up there. The tower you saw behind on the photo, that's the location of our 2 repeaters on this location. One 70 centimeter repeater, FM, and there's also a multi-mode repeater up there.
Yeah, and that is nice. And I am impressed with that little transverter and the UVK5 to run everything. I believe you have a video on that transverter, don't you?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's one. Just look up my channel and you will find the video. The developer of this thing is Oscar Echo 8 Victor November Kilo Fred.
Yeah. Is that open source?
No, but maybe he has some parts left over or some kits, I don't know. Just send him an email. I will put his QRZ page into the private chat, and if you can publish it for me.
I can do that.
Yeah, just give me a second. So maybe the next next one for the ham radio moment, please.
Yeah. And just Renee asked which band we are on. I am on 17, and I believe you were on 17 as well there, Jürgen.
I'm on 17 as well, yeah.
Yeah. Tobias, which band are you on, and what's your ham radio moment of the week?
I'm on 20 meter FT4 at the moment, but not a lot of success so far. I got Lima Bravo 8 Victor Alpha just now.
Yeah,
so at least the setup is working. My ham radio moment. 1 second. I lost my windows. Too many windows open today. My ham radio moment. Yeah, I destroyed my flea market purchase, the TR751 last weekend. So on Sunday, I replaced the light bulbs that are there for the LCD backlight display. I mean, one was burned out and the 2 others were light bulbs. So I put LEDs in. And yeah, when I got everything reassembled, the thing was just completely dead. Yeah. And then it took me a week to figure out what I did wrong. And it's actually funny and very obvious why it did no longer work is while I was dismantling the LCD, I also replaced the electrolytic capacitors in there, right? Because as you do with 40, 50 years old gear, you just, if you already have it open, you just swap out the capacitors because you don't want to do it again in half a year or in a few weeks. And me, the genius, replaced a 4.7 microfarad capacitor with a 47 microfarad capacitor. And you think, yeah, doesn't matter so much, which is true if it's on the audio line. but I picked the reset line of the microprocessor, right? So there was a reset circuit which generates a nice 20 millisecond spike. And there's a small capacitor to round off the edges so that it doesn't generate so much HF. But if you put a 47 microfarad capacitor in, the result is you don't no longer have a reset pulse. You have a sawtooth that slowly, how should I do this? I'm not sure if the camera is mirrored. So it slowly ramps up and then slowly ramps down. So it's like a triangle sawtooth. And that means I never reached the 5 volt and I never reset the 3 microcontrollers. So the thing was completely dead. Yeah, but yeah. As soon as I put the correct capacitor in, everything went back to normal, yeah? So that took 1 week and a lot of head scratching what went wrong there. Okay, apart from that, I started printing a case for the chunky ferrite cores for the NFET half-wave transformer. It's just in the printer because I need something which is weatherproof and which I can hang outside and which stays outside all the time, and all the cases that I found on the internet were not really suitable. They were for 240 or 140 cores, and I didn't find one for the fat chunky cores that are apparently the most efficient. So yeah, that's currently printing. Probably needs 2 or 3 iterations, but then I can also share it in Discord or on Thingiverse.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it as far as my ham radio moments are concerned. So I got 2 days of ham radio in after my home improvement failures, which we don't want to talk about here.
Oh, don't worry, Tobias. I am doing a plumbing project either tomorrow or on Tuesday, and I'll be sure to ask you if I'm stuck with something.
I can tell you everything about it now. Yeah. Especially about the cleaning afterwards.
I get a lot of QSOs here, but I'm not sure if there are no familiar QSOs. A lot of Russian and a lot of American call signs, and a Lithuanian one, and a couple of UK and Dutch ones. So we'll see when we're done. And the way you do this is that you send us an email that you've logged, any one of us, at cq@hamshow.eu, and we'll take your word for it and produce a diploma.
Yeah, and I actually just hunted a Norwegian Parks on the air station on 20 meters.
Yeah,
LB3 FJ up
FJ.
Bergen.
Yeah, he is in Ålesund, so he's quite a bit far north of Bergen.
Yeah, relatively close to Bergen. Anyways, this is not Norwegian. And I got Mike 1 Sierra Delta Hotel and LB8 VJ, I believe it was. So that is nice.
Yeah. It is always fun to do this and let people log us. And I'm really sorry, Marion. I see that you have a thunderstorm going through. So you'll have to wait for FIPOTA in less than 2 weeks, actually. And we'll make that happen. Let's see, Bob. Ham radio moments this week. Something to do with slow scan TV and a poor made app.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you saw either the video or the short that I made. I just need to comment first. Let's see. First of all, to you, Morten, if you're doing plumbing work, I would wait until the day before you leave for Bornholm. If it doesn't work, then that's somebody else's problem. So that would be my recommendation for the plumbing work. But
then I don't think I really have something to come home to after Bornholm.
Okay, yeah. So maybe not that. And the other comment, once again, Tobias, fantastic diagnostics work on that thing. It's not just I broke it and I fixed it. You actually figured out why it didn't work, and an immense amount of detail of what went wrong. So most excellent. I'll offer you again, if you get bored, I'll send you the my 7100 and you can have a look at that. So
what's broken there?
Huh?
What's broken there?
There's no output power.
Okay, well, It's probably the finals, right?
I don't think. I think that has a failure mode where it's the stage before the finals has a tendency of breaking. So that could be it. I don't know. But anyway, offer stands. If you get bored, just let me know. I'll ship it down to you. I wouldn't. I wouldn't hesitate to let you have a go at it. I'm not sure.
Okay, maybe something for winter. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ham radio moments. Yeah, I've been doing. I got the let's see, the Vero VGC VR N7600. That's a mouthful. The new Vero radio, which is a mobile, and yeah, I've been playing with that. I unboxed it and I had a look at it. I had a look at the app and I tried to do some slow scan TV. And I think my conclusions so far, it's a fantastic radio, and the app is complete crap. The iPhone app is beyond complete crap, but the radio is very, very cool. I've been doing slow scan TV decodes all week with my X50 on the roof, and the let's see if I can get this. There's the ICR8600. That's a communications receiver. It's a fairly expensive receiver, probably the best receiver I have. And I got a lot better decode with the Vero radio standing on the beach with a homemade handheld Moxon than I ever did on any other passes I decoded with that ICOM receiver. So clearly, it's a very, very good radio. If they could just be bothered to clean up the app so that worked the way it's supposed to, that would be fantastic. I know that Vero, that they are actually working on their apps. So my hope is that they will at one point make this better. Just to illustrate how bad this is, I was standing there on the beach holding the Moxon, and that gets tiresome after a while. And I'm watching the decode, and I'm saying this is the most perfect decode I've ever had of a slow scan TV image from the International Space Station. And it gets to the end of the pass, and boom, the app just eats the image. It disappears from screen. It's gone. That's the quality of that app. So I was mighty pissed. But luckily, I was there making a video, so I was doing a screen recording from the tablet running the app. So I managed to salvage that image.
Yeah, so, because it would be like that fish that got away, right? That fish.
Yeah, it would. So, but sadly, I can't claim that because I have the video of it. So, yeah, I really want to love that radio. I think there's so many nice things about that radio. If they could please just fix that app, that would make it a lot more interesting and a lot better product. So, hopefully,
so is it an Android app or?
If you want to do slow scan TV and all the interesting stuff, you have to use the Android app. There's also an iOS iPhone app, which does about 25% of the things that the Android app does, and it does them even more poorly. So that's not really tenable. But I know there's someone working on either an app or a Windows application who's doing some reverse engineering of the Bluetooth protocol. So I have maybe some hopes that that's going to be a lot more useful as well. But yeah, this turned out to be quite a long pass. I think when we're approaching the timeout timer now, so I'll hand it off to you, Morten. What's your hammer?
We have all the time in the world today because we're doing the topic in the background. I've logged a whole lot of stations now. I'm probably going to go to 40 and 80 to see if we can get some Scandinavians after a while. But regarding ham radio moments of the week, first of all, I got a new 3D printer. Got home from vacation on Wednesday at 8 p.m. At 8:25 p.m., I was at the post office to pick it up. At about 9 p.m., I was doing my first print. Really satisfied with the printer. I'm not going to do a review of it per se, since I don't have a 3D printing channel. But I'm going to do a little bit of a video on ham radio and 3D printing and talk a little bit about that printer. But it's apparent that a lot has happened since I bought my Ender. I turned the printer on, started printing, and everything came out perfectly. But what I've been doing, I've been making winders for 5 Papa 0 Tango Alpha 5 POTA, and that's our special event call sign for the Bornholm trip in 2 weeks. So all the participants gets one of these, and it's of course in the Danish colors. Besides that, I've been doing a little bit of ham adjacent thingies. I've been turning a phone into an HT. I've been really wanting to do this since you showed my, let's see if I can put that the right way around, since you showed that little thingy here, Bob. Really, it's a fun device. It's not the best radio in the world, but it's fun.
But you cheated and got the pre-built one.
I got the pre-built one. That's the bonus of having a sponsor that say you have X amount of money to pick stuff for. So when you picked up your 3D printer, you still have some money left, and then you pick up that, and you pick up the thing you've never heard about, which is the AVRT9. This is an APRS tracker. I've been playing around with it for 2 days now. I think I've managed to put in everything slightly correct in it. It's got a user interface that would make Yesu jealous. Let's put it that way. There's no same button for the same function in every parts of the menu. Sometimes you have to double click, sometimes you have to long press, sometimes you have to single press, and it is not a very user-friendly device, but I think it's actually going to work as an APRS tracker now that I've set it up. So I'm going to take it for a spin tomorrow and see if I get picked up by anyone, because the nearest digipeters are so far away that I have no chance of reaching them from where I am. And then I did 2 Parks on the Air activations this week. Nothing to write home about. Did one in a tourist trap. Both days, the heat seems to keep the tourists away. We're in the middle of a heat wave here in Norway, so a lot less people outside than usual, which is strange considering that Norwegians are kind of taught from when we're small that if the weather's nice, you got to be outside. But not a lot of people outside now.
Quite frankly, the weather is not nice now.
No, it's not nice at all. It is 32, 33 degrees, which is in American units, for those of us watching from North America, or arbitrary degrees like I usually like to call them. It's above 90 Fahrenheit, which I remember.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, which I remember from going to school in the US. School days were shorter when temperatures got higher than 90 degrees because it wasn't safe to be at school. It was too hot.
Yeah, and also for Norwegians, this is something that happens once or twice every 2 or 3 years. So we're not used to these temperatures up here. We're really not. That's the reason I'm in my workshop today. Actually, it's that's underground. It's the coldest place in the house. It's the only place I can manage to set without dying.
So PODA has not been combining bad conditions and the weather has not been exactly fun today. I've just switched to 40 meters. I'm going to start calling on 40. Probably put out a little bit more power than 3 watts and we'll be good.
I think Kjetil also tried to signal something with some colored objects.
Yes, I switched out the red one with the green one.
So you're on the green band now.
I'm on the green band. The red one is 20 and the green one is 15. And this one, after running FTE4 for it at 40 watts for 20 minutes, it's nice and hot.
That reminds me, I gotta play with that kit a little bit more. I just can say that I'm hearing VK on 40 meters at the moment.
Nice.
Ooh.
Now run them.
So, but the reason I'm doing 40 is actually just to be able to perhaps get someone in Europe. So let me know if you can hear me and try to actually get me in the log.
And I'll also go 40 in a bit if I don't get anything on 15.
I might even try 80 today. Let's see if that happens. I thought I'm gonna pull up PSK Reporter and we can have a little bit of look where we were heard.
Yep.
Let's see if I can share my screen here.
And if anybody wants
and I actually forgot what. Yeah, go ahead, Kjetil.
If anybody want to see where I'm sitting, then I put some photos over in our Discord, in the portable radio channel.
Awesome. I'll check that out after stream because there's a lot of stuff going on at the same time here now.
Yeah. I was wondering about the other guys who are watching.
Yeah, probably better for them. This is me. The last hour or so, or the time the stream has been on, not half bad. Even heard on 40 meters in VK.
Wow.
Nice.
That is not half bad. Let's check you other guys. Let's start with Jørgen and see. OE4 JHW. Let's see.
It's probably been heard everywhere.
Oh, that's quite a spread.
Mm.
But yeah, you're in 15.
Yeah, I'm on 15 right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like you pretty much can take the North American bunch.
Yeah, the antenna is pointed to North America, but I'm working Belgium at the moment, and there is an Echo Alpha 7 station calling me. I can see Mexico. I can see, whole North America, of course. LB3FJ is calling TEHRSOTA, by the way. I can see Mex. Yeah. Okay, let me continue on.
I just got LB7PJ in the log, actually. So, and you're spotted somewhere in the Pacific, in Samoa.
Ooh.
Great.
Yep. So not half bad. Let's check Kjetil then and see.
I love watching those maps. Like, it's such an instant gratification to see where you're spotted.
Yeah, and not half bad for you as well, Kjetil. Not as good as Jørgen, though.
Jørgen is probably having a slightly better antenna than that tiny whip.
Yeah, but Echo Alphas are calling me. Slovenia is calling me now. Yeah. Okay, Slovenia on 15 is that's hard to reach, of course.
Yeah. And I just gotta check my radio window slightly just to see that everything is fine, because my radio is on the screen and I'm running out of real estate today with all the windows here. And then DL3 MHT, let's see where you are spotted.
That'll be depressing. No, I'm spotted, but I hear nobody.
Yeah, you are spotted actually pretty good. South
but
America.
Nobody's answering me. People hate me. That's it. That's now it's official.
Yeah, I have a pileup on 15 now. So let's see what that happens. And Lima Alpha 7, Mike Tango Alpha. If you are in the chat, I hear you. It's just that, considering everything else that's going on, JTTX makes the decisions for me.
Yeah. Yesterday, when I was doing the POTA activation, I was doing digimodes on last one. And like, just as I got the CQ or 7.3 from the last guy, the waterfall just went dead on the screen. And I had been watching the radio, and it didn't turn back on. And it was the battery, the BMS on the battery had just shut it down. And it wasn't nothing, no life whatsoever. That was not a good feeling.
That is something that makes you actually check things and see. Let's see here. I'm just going to do a little bit of manual to see if I can get Lima Alpha 7, Mike Tango Alpha here now. 45 wants to know if you were hydrated, Bob, and apparently you are.
It's hard to believe, but I'm getting tired of drinking beer. It's been so hot. I need to hydrate. But for reference, I don't know if I've ever said this, but it's I normally don't drink alcohol at all. This is non-alcoholic beer, of course. So I'm not I'm not an alcoholic. Does
that mean that you're the designated driver for Bornholm?
Nope.
No. So the usually actually means something.
I don't think it's possible to buy non-alcoholic beer in Denmark. I think that's a shootable offense. So
I was actually going to say something that I forgot in the ham radio moment of the week. I'm just assuming that everyone's going to forget their 160 meter antennas for Bornholm. So I'm going gonna take one for the team and build one, and make one. That's actually going to be part of my 3D printing for ham radio video, though. So, but that gives me something actually to show off.
Are you gonna 3D print a 160-meter vertical?
Yep, full size.
Full size.
No loading.
Yeah. Well, that sounds fun.
Since we're talking about 3D printing and 3D printing verticals for 160 meters, there's a YouTube channel. It's a Spanish guy. I can't remember his name, but he converted a treadmill to a 3D printer. So basically, he could print however long objects he needed. So that would be probably a good idea if you're going to do the vertical for 160 meters.
But doesn't Creality have one of those printers with a treadmill and kind of conveyor belt?
I don't know. This guy is insane, though. He's I think the biggest printer he's ever built was about 1 cubic meter of build volume. So anyone want to help me out? Can you remember the name of this YouTube channel? It's a Spanish guy.
I don't watch a lot of 3D printing YouTube, although I've watched enough now. So YouTube thinks I want to watch 3D printing YouTube.
You will see a lot more. Is it Ivan Miranda?
Yes, it is. Excellent. Thank you so much. Highly recommended. Very entertaining guy.
Yeah, he's done some epic stuff over the last decade or so. Yeah, it is really cool. So, I got the Mike 1 Sierra Delta Hotel on another band on 15 meters FT8.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am running Delta Golf 1 Hotel Romeo now. I can't really, there's something familiar about that call sign.
Yeah, I cannot hear Oscar Echo 4 Juliet Hotel Whiskey on 15. So, but it would be fun to run it. Are you on 15 FT4 or 8?
FT8. I can turn the antenna up to your direction after I finished my QSO with a station in Florida.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you like.
The Florida person is more important, though. So.
Yep. But seriously, 3D printing and ham radio are two hobbies that kind of interlocks and helps a lot in the hobby. And I asked on Discord, and I got to plug our Discord again, earlier today about what kind of prints I should show off in my video. And man, there was a lot of opinions on that.
You mean ham radio operators has a lot of differing opinions?
Oh, yeah. Who would have thought?
Yeah,
Not
and
me.
some of us just tried to flaunt our own fancy models.
Well, Kjetil, you actually showed off my models.
Yeah,
on
but
Thingiverse.
the first one but I also gave you a link to my model,
Yep.
one of mine.
Actually, I printed that CE19 box that you've designed. I printed that before I even knew who you were.
But but it is a amazing tool, and like the stuff the antenna that Charlotte and I made, the wind-up antenna, which there are multiple versions of course. A really cool little build, just to have some like hobby stuff to do.
Yeah, and it just, I mean, just having these little winders to bring to a special event.
Yep.
And actually, just having a printer that can automatically change filament is just magic to me now. 3D printing is not quite as much magic as it used to be, but automatic filament switching, that is magic. Being able to write stuff in a different color without stopping the printer manually and pausing and changing filament and all that kind of doohickey.
Kjetil, I'm on FT4 right now. 15 meters FT4.
I'll switch very soon. I'll just finish one QSO here.
Okay.
And that's Foxtrot 4 Bravo Yankee Alpha. And I guess a lot of people will be confused since I usually almost only do parks on the air. So people will wonder why I'm not logging them today.
Oh, I have something to say, but please continue, and I'll get back later, Kjetil.
Yeah, and this place is, to my knowledge, not a parks on the air area, and also not eligible to be one.
So unless you know the country manager, of course, then
yeah.
No, but even we have to follow rules, which we do.
Yeah.
Kjetil, I worked Lima Bravo 7 Papa Juliet, and now I try to call you.
I'm calling you already, Jürgen.
Okay, yeah, I am answering you. Just give me a second.
Does that mean that both him and me gets diploma, Martin?
Yeah. I'll make some for you.
Yeah.
I've been doing another activation scheme while on vacation. I did a little bit of North Hunt.
Oh, yeah.
And I am surprised at people commenting that I haven't uploaded my log within 24 hours of me making the activation. And it turned out that all the 7 stations I worked on that North Hunt activation actually sent me emails to complain that I hadn't confirmed the QSO and uploaded my logs. And I got to be honest, though, I considered actually not uploading that log, but I figured that would make for another
After
7 angry
emails, it's worth deleting the log. No.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I figured no, I'll just get more emails, so I uploaded the log today. But ham radio is supposed to be fun. We all do stuff on our own schedules, and sometimes we prioritize doing other things than uploading our logs, especially while you're on a vacation. So I don't think that crowd watches the European Ham Radio Show, but in case you do, breathe, calm down, and everything will turn out fine.
But it could take over 24 hours before they get their logs.
Yeah.
Or over 1 hour, which I've gotten complaints with before.
Yeah, the first one was 10 hours after, so a little bit not as bad as with you, Kjetil.
But to be fair, Morten, yeah, I think you should respect these people and send them a QSL card as a confirmation. They can use that via bureau, of course.
Yeah, so they'll get it in another 3 years or so.
Yeah,
I'm running Oscar Yankee on 15 meters FT4. Oscar Yankee 1 Juliet Delta, I believe he's in chat here.
Okay, that's cool. I'm running LB7 Oscar Juliet. I don't know who that is, but if he's here, you'll get a diploma.
Great. Working Mike 0XXB. So maybe Steve, try it again. Maybe you can hear me. Band is open to the UK right now. And LB3FJ gave me plus 18 report. It helps if you turn the antenna to the proper direction.
Strangely enough, let's bring PSK Reporter up again and see how we're doing now. And let's just start with Tobias since he was the last one that was up.
I usually turn off uncheck the hide faint monitors so you don't have all of the blobs there.
I've heard people do that. I like it the way it is.
Because you actually see where you're spotted.
So I like to keep it this way. I've had it this way, and it feels wrong to do it another way.
To say it in a ham radio way, you're not doing it the way I do it, so you're doing it wrong.
Exactly. But Tobias, mostly Europe for you. A little bit of North America, one Japan.
Now you know while I'm always tinkering with electronics. Not a good antenna situation, even for FT8 and FT4.
Yeah, let's check Kjetil, see how you're doing. Mostly Europe here for you as well. A little bit of South America on 15, I can see.
Yes, I got spotted there, but I didn't hear any of them.
And Steve, I can see you. You are minus 19. Just waiting for your reply.
Let's see if we can check Jürgen.
Yeah, that's a whole mess on the screen.
Oh, man, Jürgen. You are, I can see that for Christmas, I'd like a beam.
And that's only with the beam, pointing more or less to northwest.
Yeah.
Of course, I can switch to bidirectional. Then we will. Let me do this. Then we have more fun. Let me go to bidirectional.
And let's check me here. 40 meters as Europe and VK. for me.
Yeah. That is nice.
And actually ZL as well.
Ooh.
But just as a fun thing, which apps are you guys using?
JTDX.
Yeah, I'm on
Double.
WS. Go
Yep.
ahead, Jacob.
Yeah, WSJTX improved.
Yeah, same here. Really nice mod on it. It's so much nicer to use.
Hmm.
I think
Okay,
the JTDX app integrates well with the Flex, I'm guessing, Morten.
No, that doesn't really matter. I had a little bit of a flex rant before we got started, but now everything's working until it just stops working again. So, but the thing is, to start a Digimode app in Flex, it's tricky, or it is not straightforward to configure everything. So there's a third-party app called Slice. Let's see, Slice Master 6000. And that allows you to just pick the software you're using and it'll configure it for you, which is actually pretty nice. Because there's so much network and virtual sound cards and doohickeys around setting anything up towards a Flex. So having a third-party app that sometimes work helps you. And Marion says DAX, and DAX is Flex's virtual sound card. And in addition to the virtual sound card, you also have virtual COM ports just to make everything as complicated as it can be. And these are individual apps that sometimes start and sometimes just work and usually don't. So it's not necessarily the most well-polished experience using a Flex, but it does work. And I've forgotten to call CQ actually. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm still on 40. I might move on to 80 later, since I'm probably the only one, except for Jürgen, that has an 80-meter capable antenna up and running.
I'm on 20 meters FT4 now. Maybe Steve, let's try it there.
NFET half-wave can do 80. I could try that. That's a good idea.
Yep. See if we can get it. It's probably the wrong time of year for 80, but see if we can make anything happen. There was a comment earlier that I kind of forgot to get back to. I think it was 45 Auto that asked if booze is much more expensive in Denmark. At the moment, the way the Norwegian krona is, everything is much more expensive in Denmark, period.
No. There's the exchange rate, but there's also the level of taxation. Basically, unless you're a billionaire, you don't drink alcohol in Norway. So
yeah, that is a good point. But I actually
brew it yourself in the cabin. That's what you do. No.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. But I talked to a couple of Danish people at the Nordic VHF meeting, and they said that beer and wine is pretty much the same now in Norway and Denmark. Of course, they got a currency exchange rate going for them, but still.
All right. Yeah, I clearly don't drink enough.
and on top of that, a lot of stuff is more heavily taxed in Denmark than in Norway, but alcohol is not.
Yep.
Like owning a car in Denmark is ridiculously expensive.
Actually, working in Denmark is ridiculously expensive as well.
Yeah.
They have the highest tax levels in the world.
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead, Kjetil.
Yeah, I switched over to 40 meters, and I'm gonna do JT65.
Ooh. You might get one QSO going before we're done. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch to 80 now, so I gotta do some magic here and switch some antennas around and everything. And let's see, we go with 80, and I probably need to tune, so I need to find that window. And 80 meter FT8 is relatively dead. I can see 3 stations on the waterfall. So there's a 4th station now. A couple of more stations. We're going to give it a go nonetheless, though. See if I can get anyone on 80. And then you guys can do the exciting higher bands.
Yeah, but the really cool when we did It stopped on JT65. Yeah, oh, it's a minute already. Really cool when we did I think it was a park to park or something on 40-meter JT65, Martin.
No, I was at home doing that.
Yeah, you were at home, but still.
I was at home, and the fun thing is, after we did our QSO, which took about 15 minutes, I think we both had a QSO with the Scottish station on JT65.
Yeah, there was a pileup with one person, but for JT65, that is a pileup.
Yep.
As I understand it, if you do get a pileup on this mode, then that's going to take you at least 3 hours to finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I heard, I went to a presentation about meteor scatter on 70 centimeters. And that takes a lot of work and planning ahead and a couple of hours to actually finish a QSO, as far as I understood.
I thought meteor scatters was extremely intermittent.
Exactly. So you just send your signal over and over again until it gets through. And then you listen for the other guy, waiting for the next meteor and hoping that it hits in the right angle and everything. And then...
Okay.
So there was one guy that said that a QSO on meteor scatter, and please correct me if I'm wrong, usually never takes less than 3 hours.
Would not
Usually.
have the patience for that.
No, I don't have the patience for that either.
That's a lot of tea to drink.
Yep.
I would guess maybe it's possible to do that with plane scatter as well. Probably a lot more planes than meteors.
Yeah, but then you have to do some scheduling there as well, because the plane's got to be between you and the other party.
Yep.
So, but those are the things I've never felt that I really need to try those things.
I just checked that I sent that beacon on JT65 and there's nobody picking me up.
I am getting LB8 Victor Alpha on 80 now. -6 here. So that's not half bad. Speaking about things to try, though, there's been a little bit of talk of satellites in our Discord lately. And
Yes.
I really want to get back to doing satellites.
Yeah, me too. It's I've got to say, I was standing on the beach with that homemade, no less, Moxon. That was... It happens every time. Every time I receive something good from a satellite, if you almost feel like an astronaut standing there. So that's great fun. So yeah, if you haven't tried it, I think Charlotte had her first decode or a listen to a satellite today. Great feeling, fantastic feeling when you
you could feel her excitement through text on Discord.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah, I think quite a few of us are heading in that direction. And as I understood it, someone was going to bring some satellite gear to Bornholm as well.
Yeah, Simon is SA6TIG. He's bringing some satellite gear, and he's been actually doing sats on our field day for the last couple of years with great success.
Yeah, so looking forward to seeing that.
And actually, the first antenna I built was a 2 meter 70 centimeter beam for satellite. So and now I bought a diplexer. I don't remember which it's which, but the thing that splits it. So 2 HTs on that, and I even got that nice Kenwood HT that I don't have a charger for yet. So once I have that up and running, I'll be doing some sat work, either that or 2 HTs. I'll figure something out.
Which Kenwood is that?
The D7.
Oh, all right. Yep.
But the internal charging circuit is not working, and I've told you about that charger I got from AliExpress, haven't I?
Yeah, I can't remember, but
it was a linear desk charger with a transformer in it.
Oh, that one.
And on the primary side, everything was fine. On the secondary side, with 3 cables, one was poorly soldered to a PCB. The 2 others were just loose in there. and everything was rattling. But it felt nice when I opened it because it was really heavy. It felt like a high quality product until it started rattling.
So there's a one-wire charging. That's novel.
Two wires
Wireless.
short circuiting, and one wire, or two wires starting a fire and one charging.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting.
Yep. And actually, the seller didn't want to give me a refund because I'd opened the product.
Yeah.
Ah,
Did you see the amazing description I posted in Discord in the memes channel yesterday about the guy
Yeah.
complaining that the product looked bad, and the answer from the seller is the item is for using, not for looking at.
Yeah. I think that is pure genius, though.
Yeah. That is epic, and it probably makes completely sense through the translator.
Yeah, I've been dealing with a couple of Chinese sponsors, and I am convinced that a lot of stuff makes perfect sense when it's fed into the translation app. It doesn't always make perfect sense when it comes out on the other side, but sometimes it takes a bit of decoding.
Yeah, but on the side of ham radio, there was a lot of excitement over at the cabin this week. There was an epic thunderstorm on Wednesday that I guess both Martin and Bård you noticed.
Yeah, I didn't that much because I was driving home from work. So I came home or not from work, driving home from vacations. I came home after the thunderstorm.
Yeah,
I was
anyway.
I was sitting indoors biting nails because I had the eggnogs antenna up above the roof when that thunderstorm hit. So that was interesting.
Yeah, but that struck on the mountain behind the cabin, and Thursday around midday, then we started seeing a lot of smoke pouring up. So the fire brigade was called out for quite a big forest fire, and then they started losing control over it. It started like moving down the hill towards the cabin, but then luckily they got a helicopter in, which then knocked it down. So that was an interesting experience, to say it that way.
Yeah, that is scary. But how far away from the cabin was this?
A kilometer max.
So actually, a bit of a chance of the fire reaching the cabin then.
Yes. So I ended up spending this like a board. Like I found the reason to buy some new equipment I wanted for a long time. So now I have a 37 cubic meter per hour pump, petrol powered at the cabin, with the hoses needed.
Okay.
And
so you can empty the lake and
so because you
cool the house roof.
Yes.
That is not half bad.
The cabin from forest fires. You are now. I'll continue. To protect the cabin from forest fire, you are now storing multiple cans of gasoline at the cabin.
Not more than I used to have. Like, remember, everything there has been petrol powered already.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you had a comment, Morten. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say I switched to 15 if anyone wants to work me there. And Mike Zero Bravo Echo Whiskey just got back to me, so I have no idea who that is. And apparently 6 meters is wide open, and that might be, but my antenna is disconnected since the last thunderstorm, so I'm not going to do that live on air, hooking that up.
I have the JPC 12 here, but I'm not going to rig that up, and I still have about an hour to drive after this. Otherwise, well, this is fun. I just ran LB3FJ on another band from his POTA. So he must be getting close to getting his entire activation done with us.
Yep. He picked the right time for this. DK5 Oscar November, he's in our Discord, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, he's calling me now. So hopefully I'll get back to him on the next cycle. And Anton is disappointed over me. I'm not sure why he's disappointed. Probably because I went to 15. But Anton, we have QSOs from the Digimode Monday series on pretty much every obscure Digimode.
Oh, and some nice stations just started broadcasting over me here.
That's the joy of ham radio.
And especially 40 meters, which is like... there's so many like dead zones and whatever.
Yeah. So
nice. Good QSO at the end. Juliet, November 7,
You
Delta
have-
Oscar Sierra,
your sub-
Japan.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Great.
nice.
Hey.
I'm now
like-
on 12 meters, and South America is coming through. There is Brazil, there is Uruguay. That's nice. I give it a try.
Yeah, that's nice. So Tobias, like you run nobody and then suddenly you get Japan. That is that's
Yes.
the fun of this.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
sorry, I was gonna answer Steve, and apparently my keyboard is affected by some RF here, so it's gonna be yes, comma FD8. But let's just hope that everything works fine until the end of the stream.
You know what? But when you're supposed to type yes, comma FD8 and you type yes M FD8, I think you press the wrong button. I don't think that's RF because they're right next to each other.
They might be. Let's just call it RF. Actually, I need different pair of glasses to see the keyboard and the screen, so that might be the reason.
Yeah.
Let's check PSK reporter again and see how we're doing. And let's just see if I can find that window again. We're there. I have so many windows open. It's kind of rough to do FD8 and actually stream at the same time. I thought that was
and
easy.
being coherent and talk, yeah, it's. I realize that it's probably one of our worst streams, but hey,
Yeah,
we can't multitask, right?
No, but seriously though, all the OMs tells us that FD8 is not real radio, and you can do other stuff at the same time. I think we've disproven that. LB9 Bravo Juliet is getting back to me on 15. I have no idea where he is. He's in JO59, so he's in the same grid as me. Yeah, no big changes on my map. A bit of North America on 15 here. A lot of Europe on 15. Let's check Tobias then.
It looks like you got spotted even in Alaska, Morten. That's nice.
Yeah. Let's see here. And I have a station in Kaliningrad, which JTDX has made in the worst colors ever. So I have no idea what station that is. Let's see. Tobias, not too bad on you. What's the green band? Green band is 30 meters.
30, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't hear anybody. I tried it briefly.
Yeah, you weren't spotted too much there either. So,
well, the NFET half wave can't do 30. Yeah, it's just the tuner forcing it down its throat. It's all going into the transformer. No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It probably is. Kjetil, also spotted in VK on 40. So those little. Yeah, go ahead, Kjetil.
I don't think I've seen VK. Let's see here. No, I haven't heard them.
No, but at least you're spotted, so that's good.
Yep.
And let's check. Jürgen is left, and that's probably going to be everywhere. And yeah, it is pretty much everywhere. And did we lose Bob?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep,
we lost the one person who is not multitasking today.
Yes, but we are also getting very close to the top of the hour.
We are getting very close to the top of the hour, and it's probably time to, first of all, remind you guys, if you had a QSO with us, send us an email at cq@hamshow.eu, and we'll do really poorly made certificates for you, incoming songs and low resolution PDF. Let's see, Bob's here again. Let's add him to the stage. Marion wants to know. Oh, that's some echo. Bob, is that you? I think Bob is making the echo. That was actually a little bit tough to talk with that sound in the background.
Then force mute him.
Yeah, I am trying to find that button here. There, now he's muted. Let's see if that helps. Marin asks, when will we do a digital show again? That depends on you guys, the viewers. whenever we're probably gonna actually wait a little bit before we do this, but we'll do it again at some point. Try to be a bit more coherent and probably have some kind of better plan.
But this was good, fun. I ended up here with 25 in log. So everything is then up on QRZ and Logbook of the World.
Yeah, I have not checked my log yet, but I think I'm close to that number as well. And still doing QSOs here. Let's see if Bob still has the echo problem. Do you still have the echo problem, Bob?
Don't think I have the echo problem. I have my AirPods in now, so it shouldn't be much.
That helps a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I was kind of losing my train of thought when I heard my own voice 2 seconds later.
Yeah. There's something happened with the wireless network here, so I'm on 4G now. Now it seems to be working a lot better.
Yeah. Next week is the Bornholm preparation show. Let's call it that. And the show after that is the Bornholm recap show. If we all can make it home to the stream.
Yeah, and if no casualties, you don't lose somebody on the island.
Hopefully we won't. If so, there's an airport there, so they can get home on their own.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. As we concluded, doing FD8 and staying coherent is really hard, but it seems that we've had you on most of the time. See you guys next week. Enjoy your summer vacation for those of you who have that. And 7-3-0.
7-3.
73. Bye.
Bye.